And of course, you can always go double check all this stuff with Strong's Greek and Hebrew lexicon. Just type in words, try to find out, what these words mean. Go back to the Blue Letter Bible and just click on C, okay, the letter C in the left. Now you can read the Greek of the Textus Receptus, and you can also see what these words are and their Strong's Greek numbers, and go look up the definitions. Anthropos, okay, that means human being or a man. You can click on it and go see. So you can figure this stuff out, and everything is saying the same thing. Through one man's disobedience, Adam, everyone were made sinners. If that's not original sin, maybe we're on two different planets. And what you're calling the original Greek, I have absolutely no idea. Let's see. There was something else. The New Testament in original Greek is an attempt by Westcott and Hort to take the earliest manuscripts and make sense of them and create a single Bible or New Testament in what they considered to be the original Greek. And what they used was the Codex Vaticanus and Sinaiticus, the earliest complete versions of the Bible. And you can actually go read this stuff if you could read Greek. Let's see, where is it? Click on Romans, scroll down, and here's Romans 19. And this is the part, that much is the first half of the verse. And you can see what it's saying, There's poly means many, disobedience, and anthropos. So all these main words are in here. Okay, so there's one more place we want to look, I think, and maybe there's another place that's better than this, and All Saints Monastery can educate me, but it's papyrus number 46. And this group of papyrus leaves was discovered, and they have dated it to somewhere roughly averaging around the year 200 CE, which would be about 150 years after Paul originally wrote his letters, which would also be about 150 years before Codex Sinaiticus or Codex Vaticanus. So this document here, or this group of New Testament writings, which it's not all of them, it's just parts of them. This group is 150 years earlier than the one that I looked at already. So this one, if we're going to find any difference or variation from Paul in the other writings, this is where we're going to find it. So as far as I know, this is the earliest manuscript of Paul in existence. And lucky for us, if I scroll down here, look at what is not missing. Romans 1 through chapter 5 verse 17 is missing. But from chapter 5 verse 17 to 6:14 it's not. So this P46 actually contains Romans 5:18 and 19. Aren't we the lucky ones? Well, I went to the Chester Beatty Library and looked this up. Not physically, I just went online. And if I click on there, there's a link that will lead you to the English translation of the various papyri. And here it is, and I'll read it for you. So then, as through the transgression of one person, all people are brought to condemnation. So also, through the righteous action of one person, all people are brought to the justification of life. That was verse 18. Here's verse 19. For as through the disobedience of one human, many became sinners. So, again, this is 150 years earlier than those other very reliable and authoritative codexes, or codices, however you pronounce it. And here it's the same thing. There's no difference. So, there you go. If there's some other copy of Romans earlier than the year 200, please let me know, and let me know if it doesn't talk about original sin. So for Romans 5:19, the earliest copies I can dredge up, I see no difference from them and the Vulgate, the Textus Receptus, or any of the translations that I read on blueletterbible.com. For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous. So All Saints Monastery, if you knew all of this that I just showed you, then that must mean I'm missing something. And I'm all for learning, because if I can dig down to something earlier than Codex Vaticanus and Sinaiticus and see that all of these have been misrepresenting what Paul originally said, good grief, show me. Because that's exactly what I'm into. Digging down below the veneer and trying to find out what was really going on in the earliest versions. So, until you can show me that, I have to cling to what I do see in front of me. And that's, nothing personal. It's just how it works. Anyway, that's it.